Alright, Shalom, giving all praises and all glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Wakakudash, double honors unto the elders and apostles, great and son of all well, and Shalom unto the 144,000 elects men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved. I am the brother Kalab, from the GMS UK London Forecasters camp, coming back at you with another lesson to help edify those of which I spoke of. So, I'm going to play this sort of news clip here. But before I do, I'll just preface it by saying that these two women that you see on the screen here, they're basically fighting for their lives now because they're in intensive care because they decided to take a trip to Ibiza. And in doing so, the Most High had it to where they got hit by a car, and now they're both fighting for their lives. And the interesting thing is that if they were doing what they were supposed to have been doing, which is being obedient wives and keeping at home, this would never have happened. But they decided to take their asses to Ibiza, even though I believe they've both got children. They decided to go over to Ibiza, and for what? What is in Ibiza? I don't know if you, for those of you brothers who grew up in the 90s, there used to be this show called Ibiza Uncovered, where it would basically be these Edomites getting drunken and drugged up or whatever, and they'd go over to Ibiza and they'd just be wilding out, doing the wildest shit, the most crazy shit they'd go over there and start doing, right? And then they'd come back here and act like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths. So these two women, these two mothers, right? What the hell were they doing in Ibiza? When they've got children that they should be taking care of and raising here, why their asses in Ibiza? It's just a little holiday. No, man. Not just a little holiday. You decided to step out of your what do you call it? Step out of the safe zone into the danger, and you ended up getting judged for it because the Most High made it to where you both got licked down by a car on your way back to your hotel, when really you should have been at home taking care of your children and your husbands. Now, I'll get this precept before I start. This is Job 4 verse 7. Put it on the screen. Job 4 verse 7 says, "Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off?" So these women weren't innocent. These women, weren't innocent. They weren't innocent at all. And the Most High brought judgment upon them. Now, if I go to, hang on. Let's see this. There you go. This is Sirach 25 and 25. "Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad." So it says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. So that's what these women were doing. They were gadding abroad. And there's another one I've got here. This is Sirach 25. There you go. And 8. Sorry. Forgive me, Sirach 26 and 8. "A drunken woman and a gadder abroad causeth great anger, and she will not cover her in shame." There you go. Let's read the let's read this. Sirach 26 and 24. "A dishonest woman contemneth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband." These women weren't reverencing their husband. They were out doing their own thing, trying to live it up in Ibiza. Let's play the clip.
Two British tourists are fighting for their lives in hospital after being run over during a holiday in Ibiza. 26-year-old mum of 3, Ebony Cordingley, and her close friend and mum of 2, Lauren Holmes, who's...
Right, so between these women, they've got 5 children. The first one is a mother of 3, and the second is a mother of 2. Tell me, what on earth business have they got doing going over to Ibiza? None whatsoever, man. But these Edomites, the scriptures say that Esau was a proud man, neither keepeth at home. That's what these Edomite women do. They think they've got the entitlement to run around the world and do whatever the hell they want and hoeing it up all the way. You can tell these were the hoes, man. Anyway, let's play a clip.
27, both suffered broken bones and are in critical condition following the crash. Their families have now spoken out about how their worlds have been completely turned upside down. The two mums, who are both Bradford locals, were hit by a Toyota Corolla driven by a 24-year-old Spaniard. The crash happened just before 2 a.m. on Tuesday morning on the L600 road between Ibiza and San Antonio. Ebony is in the private...
You hear that? Yeah, the crash happened just before 2 a.m. in the morning. So that means that these bitches must have been coming over from an evening out. From an evening out of the nightclubs. They're coming home and they got smashed by a car. You can't make this shit up, man. That's the judgment of the Lord.
Nuestra Senora del Rosario Polyclinic, while Lauren is in intensive care at Ibiza's main state hospital. Ebony's sister, Shannon, organised a GoFundMe appeal and said that the pair were on what should have been a happy holiday. She said that this sudden and devastating accident had turned their world upside down and that their family was facing the most frightening time of their lives. Shannon also told how the pair were crossing the road on their way back to their hotel after a meal when they were struck in an area in San...
After a meal? Yeah, a meal at 2 o'clock in the morning, right? Now, these bitches were out clubbing it up, making their way home, and they got hit by a car. Now, if they'd been doing what they're supposed to have been doing and being obedient wives, keeping at home, looking after their children, none of this shit would have happened to them. As they clearly said, they thought they were on a happy holiday. Nah, man, you should have been at home taking care of your business, taking care of your husband and your children, not out there in Ibiza looking for next men.
Antonio. In a separate GoFundMe appeal for Lauren, her friend Tyler Gray confirmed Lauren was in intensive care, and she said she had suffered 2 broken bones and at least 1 arm and suffered internal injuries. Tyler also said she didn't know what the true extent of her friend's injuries were yet, but described how her children needed their mum now more than ever. The crash is still being...
Yeah, of course, the children needed their mum now more than ever. They had no business being abroad, man. I brought it out in the precepts already, not much more to say on this, but yeah, when you gotta learn, you learn, man. When you gotta learn. At the end of the day, more and more judgments are gonna go out like this. When women are gonna get taken out in harsh ways. I'll read that in the precepts. This is this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, starting at verse 4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, Go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. See, a great judgment is going to come upon a lot of you women in these last days because of how you've behaved on the earth, you know. And this is a great sign of it. And it's only going to increase and intensify the closer we get to the end of this thing. So yeah, these two women, man, don't shed no tears for them. Don't feel no pity for them.
The crash is still being...
Because they were doing what they wanted to do, trying to live their best lives on this side, and the Most High judged them for it, man.
...probed by the civil guard, and on Wednesday, police said they couldn't comment on whether the driver was in a cab and what speed investigators thought he could have been driving.
There you go, that's the end of that, man. So, again, a cautionary tale for you women. You know, you better get in order, because if you don't get in order, the Most High is going to bring great judgment down upon your heads, and you're not going to be able to escape it when it comes down. So with that, I want to give all praises and all glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Ruach HaKodesh, Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone at Ruwal, and shalom unto the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved. And I'll catch you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Shalom for now.